Hola mi amigos, me llamo es Zero Ice. Playing Call of Duty Black Ops, this is the first level Operation 40 in the single player campaign on Veteran. Got a lot of messages today as well as some comments on my air video saying if I was going to, or asking rather, if I was going to do a Veteran Call of Duty walkthrough. And I will if you really want one, but if you played any other Call of Duty game or any bit of this single player game, you know that there are just a lot of enemies everywhere. Also bear in mind, I will say this warning, I have gory graphic details of this game turned on, so if you don't want to see any of that, or you don't want to see a lot of blood and brain matter and skies of people's heads blowing off, wouldn't recommend watching these videos because there's a lot of that and it's up close and personal. So anywho, I will do a walkthrough if you really want it. I'll do it based on the views and possibly the likes and ratings of this video, because there's just a lot of guys everywhere and gameplays are going to be different and it's hard for me to call out, I'll try and get the major key events that happen, but I'm not going to catch them all because like I said, there's just so much stuff going on in this game. But anywho, as you come out of the bar, it's going to be that cop car that pulls up. I shoot it to blow it up. I tried a grenade launcher. It didn't work because I was too close. Luckily, these two cop cars, the one in front of you and the one in this alley on the right, are quite perfectly far away, so launch your noob tube at will. You don't really need your noob tube past this part, plus after this part it's a cutscene and you get a different weapon anyway, so use them at liberty. There's no reason to keep them. Two cop cars you see drive past you when you get past the fruit stand. I killed the one on the right. Woods and Bowman killed the one on the left, or at least killed the guys. The AI in this game is very intelligent. You give them a direction to shoot by shooting in that direction, and they will essentially kill anything in a 45-degree cone in front of them. So keep that in mind. That's pretty awesome. The opposite of awesome is this part right here, which is pretty much bird aids. There's 4 cop cars that pull up and park to make a barricade. There's 2 to 3 cop cars in each, or 2 to 3 cops, in each car. And you can see Woods wants me to go in that little alleyway, but if I move, I'm pretty much gonna die. So what I try and do is blow enough cop cars up and shoot one last one and kind of make a distraction, and then make a run for it. One Cuban police officer does follow me, but I shoot him and use that time to just come get in the car, and you get to drive a vehicle. There's really nothing to it. It's pretty simple. Left trigger to back up, right trigger to go forward. Who'da thunk? Pretty much drive. You can kind of steer if you really want to. On my initial playthrough when I was getting the intel, I actually ran over a couple police officers because it was fun. So if you want to do that, go for it, but you can get hurt while in this vehicle, so bear that in mind. These little mini cutscenes throughout the rest of the levels, if I do more, if you guys want more, I'll probably cut these out. I don't want to give too much story information away in these walkthroughs. I'll let you figure it out for yourself. But I was lazy, and somebody was at my front door, so I just let it play through. Worked out pretty well, I guess. This next little part, it's still you, Woods, and Bowman. If I'm not mistaken, Bowman is Ice Cube. Sounds just like Ice Cube. And Ice-T is the guy who does the voice callovers in multiplayer. I'm pretty sure of that too. It's kind of cool, I guess. Zipline down. NPCs take out these two guys. They kill a lot more people in these levels than you do, which makes it really simple.
Nice front. Keep it tight.
You don't even go this way. I have no idea why I'm looking. There's a couple of these little cutscenes throughout the game where they're like, go push B and strangle this guy. I don't know how I feel about those. I really just want to shoot people. I don't like meleeing people in single player. One of the disappointments I have for single player, I guess I didn't have it in Modern Warfare 2 either. I really wish you would get hit markers in single player, or at least some kind of confirmation that an enemy is dead. A lot of times when you shoot them, they stand straight up and then fall over, so you can waste a good another 10-15 bullets if it's a fully automatic weapon. So I just wish they kind of had some hit marker, some indication that you were actually hitting the person you think you are. Especially if you're shooting down a hallway and they're behind like a box, but they're shooting you because they're their computer. They can obviously see you, and even though you can't see them, if you got a hit marker, you'd know you're at least hitting them. But whatever, that's my really only complaint about this game. You get about 4 bullets on veteran mode before you die. 2 bullets if it's a headshot, 3 to 4 bullets if it's in the chest area, and I would say 5 to 6 bullets if they hit you in any one of your appendages. But the benefit to that is, enemy usually only fires about 6 bullets. Well, I'll say that in a second. This part right here, they're gonna open the door for you. But if you run up here before they do, you can jump up and shoot the 2 guys in the room before they open the door. Just makes life a little easier. But like I was saying, they usually shoot 5 to 6 bullets and then stop, and then shoot again after about a half a second. So if they get the jump on you, prone, just like I just did there, and if you're looking at them, you can prone, they'll stop firing as they drag their gun down, they should miss you, and you can fire at them as you're coming back up, and should kill them before they can fire again. So, I play with tactical because it's a lot easier to drop and get back up, and without ever moving my fingers off of my thumbsticks. Always remember to stay behind cover, don't be afraid to pop out and prone like that. I mean, usually, like I said, enemies are aiming more up than down, and it takes them a second to fire down at you. These 2 guys in this room don't spawn until the doors open, and stay in this little kitchen area. Don't go into the hallway, as you're going to see in a second. It's a hallway full of enemies. I like to flank them, come over here to the left, take a couple of them out, but if you do that, enemies will run into this room, usually 2, sometimes 3. The third one a lot of times stay back. There he is right there in the corner. There's usually 2 enemies in the hallway that's to your right where I originally ran in. A lot of the enemies like to camp right here in this little corner, and then there's 3 or 4 enemies that are all the way at the other end of the hallway that sit back there behind computer desks. And, well, I guess not computers, it's 1961, but behind typewriter desks. I don't know where this guy is that's shooting me. I don't know what the fuck Woods is doing either. Use the NPCs as a meat shield. If they're taking a long time, make sure there's no enemies between you and your NPC follow. If there isn't, just hang behind something and give it a second. Eventually they'll run forward, and use them as a meat shield or as a distraction. Like I said, be very liberal with your bullets. If you think somebody's there, just fire. You could get lucky, you could save your life. There's plenty of ammo on the ground. Usually it's either the FAL with an ACOG or some version of the AK. Later on in the levels, you get the Galil, which is my favorite weapon, and you get the AK-74U, which is my second favorite submachine gun weapon. When you come into this little room, 3 or 4 guys run out from that little hallway. I didn't see the guy on the left. He almost killed me. He's behind that desk. So be mindful of that. Enemies love to hide behind stuff and crouch and not get up until you're right on them. They don't pop out and shoot like they do in some other games. Through the door right here, you have to kind of do a breach, slow motion thingy game. There's 3 enemies, 2 right here, and 1 guy on the right. Thought that guy was going to jump farther than he did, but he didn't. Usually what I do is switch to my secondary weapon if I have one, and immediately pick up a different weapon that's not a shitty pistol. But in this case, I decided to keep the pistol because with the pistol you get an achievement for one shot, for killing Castro in 1 shot. It's pretty easy though, because if you don't kill Castro in 1 shot, it resets to the last checkpoint because you have to. But once he's dead, don't take your guard down, because the bitch right here picks up his shotgun and starts firing at you. I actually wasn't paying attention, but luckily Woods was right there to get the shot, and I get to grab her shotgun. Woods kills the guy through the door. Like I said, NPCs kill a lot of people behind doors that you can't see. Makes the game easy. And this is my only time that I found the game has some issues, clipping issues, is I'm not actually shooting the guys, I'm shooting this barrel even though I'm clearly not behind the barrel. Other than that, I haven't found anything really wrong with the game so far, but that's in a different video. I think Natival Carbon and I are going to do a dual com on one of his gameplays. He did some pretty beastly shit. When you get in this little room right here, Bowman's going to come out from the roof. He takes out 1 guy, but I found that 1 guy usually follows him behind, as well as 2 or 3 guys that run from the back. I sit behind this chair and make sure I don't see anybody running through the hallways. As soon as you see Bowman kind of advance a little bit, which you're going to see in a second, that's generally when I move up. It's a pretty good indication. Over on the left, Woods goes up, and you're like, okay, it must be clear. But nay, it's not. behind that little bookshelf that's going to fall down in a second, there's an enemy that's going to spawn, that's going to come out of it. Now when I first hovered over him, I saw a name, so I thought it was Bowman. Turns out it wasn't, and that almost cost me a life. That would have sucked. After I kill a guy though, I run up here really quickly because the enemies that come through this doorway in the back get in really good hiding positions, and it's hard to shoot them from far off. Pretty fail grenade right here, but whatever. I think this is the only staircase right here that you can come up, which is convenient. There are usually sometimes 2 or 3 guys on the bottom floor. NPCs took them out both times before I spotted them, but sometimes there are enemies down here. Next little part in this outside courtyard, I don't really know. It's balls. I stay in here. You can maybe go out to the sandbags, either on the right where Woods is, or Bowman's on the other side of this wall from you on the left of the sandbags. I stayed in here as long as I could though, because I didn't want to die. There's a Jeep right here in front of me that you can see. There's a tower in the back that's got 1 guy on it. Sometimes there's 2. I actually watched a guy climb the ladder and go up there. Sometimes there's 2. On the other side of the sandbags where Bowman is, there's a truck with a machine gun on that side, as well as another tower with 1 guy up there. So there's lots of things to shoot at, but there's more things to shoot at you. So make sure all the jelly clears off of your screen before you go running out there all willy-nilly. Now I try to use the RPG, and I learned that I'm never going to use the RPG again, because I fire 3 RPGs and don't hit this truck either time. And then I fire 1 at the tower, and you can watch it go way, way up and off course. So that's fun stuff. After a little while, you're gonna hear Carlos has come, breach from the east type thing. That's your kind of cue that the middle should be clear. You can advance if you want. About 10 seconds after Carlos comes though, this big heavily armored, as you see breakthrough, this big heavily armored APC unit comes through the gate. I don't even fuck with that. Usually what I do is I sit back in these sandbags back and shoot the 2 or 3 guys that come out with the APC. NPCs, Bowman, Woods, Carlos, and his little gang take out the APC just fine, and you don't get shot because there's a big like 50 cal machine gun on the top of it that will eat you alive. You pretty much have another 45 seconds of breather time where it's just running through a sugarcane field. Pure sugarcane. It's good to make coke out of. HOE Mexico. It's good shit. I don't know how you rappel down a ramp. It's not really a cliff, but semantics, so whatever. This next little part looks very daunting because there's a big open runway with a lot of enemies shooting at you in 360 degrees, but I don't think you're meant to get shot here. I think it's meant to just be scary. You have unlimited sprint as far as I could tell, and I never got injured. I got shot a couple times, you can see, with mortars, but I never got injured. So once you rappel down, just keep on running and go through. Get in the plane and get an infinite ammo, non-overheating light machine gun, which is pretty cool. But you're gonna need it because all of Cuba is trying to come kill you right now. The red barrels are filled with oil and or gasoline, whichever. I don't know. You shoot them, they blow up. It's a huge explosion radius, takes out a lot of guys. As well as you can see kind of on the right, that little tanker truck full of gas. Yeah, those are fun to blow up too. So blow up those. You can see they have a huge explosion radius, take out lots of enemies. And I don't know if you can die here either, because like you see, I'm getting shot, but I'm not taking any damage. But I don't know. Don't not shoot, because you'll probably lose. Because as you can see, right to the left, ow, shit, that hurt. Right to the left, there is that little truck that's shooting at me. Those are shooting at your plane. As you can see, that engine is on fire. So look to your left in front of the runway and make sure you take them. There's 3 of them that need to be taken out, and the AI tells you to take them out. AI is very helpful. We'll get into that in the next video though if you guys want me to do more of these. And they tell you to jump out. You jump out and get in one of these little turret guns and you shoot a bunch of tanker trucks and clear the runway, and the level is over. I'll see you in this SOG.